everybody, welcome! Totally not doing this for a second time. It's fresh. First time ever, we're installing a library. Libraries are good for a lot of reasons, which I explained in my last attempt to record this video. But we're going to show you how to install a library on processing. All you got to do is go to the Sketch menu. That's right here, Sketch menu, import library, and I already have installed Minim, rather awkwardly. But if you wanted to install it, you just go to Add Library. Yes, and you can search up Minim right here and install it. Apparently, if it doesn't work, you can just close processing and it will have been magically installed. So that's how you find the Minim library and many, many other libraries. Take a look for other good ones. Physica is one of my favorite ones. It's a Box 2D wrapper for doing all the 2D physics you ever wanted to do. If you wanted to make Angry Birds in processing, then it's the same physics engine that Angry Birds uses, for example. So once you've installed the library, we're going to be using this to make sound effects. So I'm going to just add in the import statements for Minim. And all I need to do is go Sketch, Import Library, and click on the library that I want to attach to this project. And I'll add in, all these import statements. Import statements just kind of connect your sketch to the library so you can start using their code. And then you're going to have to make a few variables. So you need variables to store each sound effect or sound file that you're going to be loading. And you also need a Minim variable, which will act like a toolbox. That'll have all the good tools you need to do whatever it is that we're going to be doing. So the first variable, actually I'll make a whole section for our variables for Minim. Sound variables, here they are. We're also going to have, so the Minim variable. It's very awkward that I'm making a variable of type Minim and it's named Minim. I don't personally like this too much, but in the documentation, this is what it looks like. And I don't want to be not consistent with the documentation. It might be confusing. So I'll go with this as well. Basically, this Minim variable we're going to use for a few different tools that we'll use later on. And then for each sound effect that we're going to have, you're going to put in an audio player variable. So I have some on my website you can download. There's just some straightforward sounds for maybe our intro screen and our game over and our clicking and missing on the target. So I've already downloaded them and you can just grab them off my website. So I'm going to use bump for when I lose a life. Coin will be when I get a point. Game over is when we lose, and the Mario Brothers Techno theme song is going to be our intro song, so that'll be useful. So I'm going to make a few audio player variables to store those files. So I'll do theme, and coin, and bump, and game over. So in the setup, this is where we'll initialize Minim. So in setup, I'll just add an area for Minim stuff. The first thing you have to do is Minim equals new Minim this. There's a couple of annoying little pieces of code you're going to have to add in to make Minim work. Essentially, this is the piece of code that's connecting our sketch to Minim, and we can now use the Minim variable. It's turned on, if you will. And what we're going to use it for is loading those sound effects. Really important to note that just like images, your sound files have to be in your sketch folder. So press Control-K to go straight to your sketch folder, and you can drag and drop all your sound files in there. So I'll just load those variables. So theme is going to be minim.load file, and then it was named Mario Bros theme.mp3. And it will load MP3 files, WAV files, and a couple other file formats. So you don't have to worry which file format it is, it'll just figure it out. Same idea for coin. Maybe I'll cut and paste. Except that it's going to load the coin.wav file. Same idea for bump. And game over. So once the files are loaded, no music actually plays. You have to prompt it to play itself. There's a couple of things to know about how audio players work, though, in order to make this make sense. To start with, though, if you want to just have a little piece of music playing inside of a particular mode, that's pretty easy to do. If I go to the intro function, for example, and I want to play my nice intro screen song, that's going to be my theme. I can just say theme.play. And that's actually going to start the song playing as soon as we get to the intro screen. So if I run this, then there we go. It starts playing our lovely song. I'm sure YouTube is now demonetizing my account because I've taken some music from copyrighted sources. Maybe that's a bad choice. But that's okay because it's not monetized anyways, so joke's on you, YouTube. So there we go. So this is good. That gets things playing, so that's good. But if you apply the same technique to maybe when you click on stuff, you'll notice that it's not quite that simple. So for example, in the game screen, when I want to click on, say, the target to get points, so I could say something like coin.play if I hit the target, and bump.play if I miss it. You'll notice that it doesn't quite work the way we expected it to. There's our sound. We press start, and if I click on it, I get the coin once, but not again. Even though I'm getting points and going up, not getting any more coins to play. No more coin sounds. So the secret behind this .play method is that every music file, or even every music, I guess they're technically all audio player variable. All these things here, they remember where they are along the timeline of the music. What do you call it in when you're looking at digital music and there's like a little progress bar that goes along the way? You know, like in Spotify or whatever, when you like, what is that called? Or in like YouTube, when like how far along the video's gone. It's like a little thing you can click and drag. What's that called? Progress bar? Yeah, okay, that's good. I like that. So you have a progress bar for kind of built into every single audio player variable, and it knows how much it's played. And when it gets to the end, it's at the end. So if you try to play it from the end, you don't get anything because the progress bar is all the way to the end. So for something like a sound effect, you need to reset it, or rewind is the term. So every time inside of our game, when I'm clicking and either hitting or missing, before I start to play, I want to rewind it back to the beginning. So it's kind of a two-step process to make a sound effect happen. Coin.rewind. So that just means I'll start from the beginning. I can do the same thing with bump as well. So bump.rewind. So now I can get as many as I want. And if I get a whole bunch in a row, then they'll interrupt themselves and start over again in the middle of it. But I don't think anyone's really too concerned about that. If you wanted a whole bunch of coins to sound at the same time, then this won't work for that. But that's a good start for it. So now I go to my game over screen. Oh, what if on my game over screen, I would like to then stop the lovely sound that's playing right now, the theme, the weird techno version, and maybe play the classic Mario game over sound. So what you can do for that is, there's another method that audio player variables know, and that is pause. So for example, in game over, when I get to the game over method, function, I can say theme.pause. And then it stops itself from playing anymore. And I think I'll just do that. That'll be fine. And then of course I can play my game over sound. So game over.play. So if I have that happen, here we go, here's the sound. I don't know if anyone can hear that. Hopefully YouTube can't hear it. They'll come get me. So we'll stop it. Oh, there we go. So then we get that sound going on. There is going to be one problem once you get your reset to happen. So you go back to the beginning of the intro. I'll just put this in really quickly. Mode equals intro. So if our theme song is playing and we die, so it's like at this like weird like kind of like bad rap version of it right now. I'll go die. It pauses the sound, and when I loop back to the beginning, oh, it like surprisingly started over again. I didn't expect that to happen. I'm not sure what the reason is for that, but I'm happy for it. So maybe we don't have to worry about it too much. I'm trying to see if maybe I have a secret like rewind. I don't think I do, but I'm surprised I didn't have to rewind it. You might want to, if you're having problems with getting it to start over again, probably an easy way just to rewind it at the moment that you click to go back to the beginning. So you could do something like theme.rewind in your game over clicks just to get that to start over again. And there you go. We got ourselves a reasonable set of sound effects using the Minim library with play, pause, and rewind. Yeah, I'm gonna go play my clicker game. Woo! Bye.